That was my foot and my dice. Okay. We're back. And John apparently doesn't want to be seen. Alright, so we left off with y'all two talking to the guards and you sitting there drinking. So, the guard looks at you and goes, tell you what, because I don't want to deal with this right now, pack up and leave. All of you.
I finish my ale, and then you grab my stuff and walk out.
As you start to drink your ale, he goes, no, leave.
Then I put it down and walk out.
You're with them, you're leaving too.
Okay. So I finish my ale. And
You haven't caused us any problems other than the one time, so yes.
I chug my ale. And then
While they're sitting there talking to him, since I'm sitting behind them anyways. My ale.
You okay?
Yeah, I just want to take it with me.
Okay. The bartender looks and goes, kindly leave the cup though.
As soon as he turns around.
And so y'all leave the town?
I guess.
Sure. Go to the next town.
Okay, so that takes away the stuff y'all could have done there.
How big is that?
That's my fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Okay, so y'all just left this town. Okay, so okay. So y'all have a tailoring town that is the next closest town to you that y'all were told about. Is that where y'all are going?
That's where I'm headed for sure.
Where y'all two going? You were informed of the town. It's called Heracon. Hey Jordan, thanks for coming back.
I kindly ask
Feel free to
guard
type.
where the nearest inn is.
In the next town.
Yeah,
I mean,
next
he
town.
was
on.
told about it.
No, all three of y'all were told about it.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I go to the next town.
Okay, it is going to be about half a day's travel.
I look at you and I'm like, hey, sorry about that. You weren't supposed to be pulled in, but it happens. So since we're going the same direction, you want to go together, safety numbers kind of thing?
Sure, whatever.
You, on the other hand, cannot go with us. I say laughing the whole time.
You're cunts!
No,
Alright.
seriously, I'm not being your slave in the next town.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know ahead of time. It calls the wrath of 1,000 bards.
Alright, so Golden Snitch or Grog?
Grog.
I guess you got lucky. Okay, y'all are having an uneventful, other than talking to each other,
Oh shit.
next half a day to get to the town. Huh?
Should have picked the golden snitch.
So it's going to be about a 4 or 5 hour journey.
I say, how about we go ahead and rest? I mean, it's getting pretty close to dark right now. It's going to take half a day. It was already half a day over. Therefore, it's going to be night by the time we get there. So why don't we rest here? He votes no. What do you vote?
It's gonna be dark by the time we get there. Why don't we just stay at the inn then?
Because money?
I ain't worried about mine.
Okay, then. I guess we'll keep going. Just an idea.
Okay, so y'all spend the next about 4.5, 5 hours, and y'all arrive at the next town. It is starting to get a little dark outside. Y'all do notice that there is not very many guards at the front entrance. The doors are wide open. They don't even really seem to be there. And it looks like a very nice town. It has it's very decorated, very well kept.
Before we enter this town, Summon back up my dog. But this other town didn't like my dog.
You see a couple people look out, look at you doing it, and then continue to walk.
Poof. Master the figured man.
Alright, so what is everybody else doing?
You look a little cold. Are you cold?
Right now? Like,
Okay.
out of get in game?
It's actually pretty warm outside. It's just slightly getting cold. I mean, it's only like, I would say about 60 degrees outside.
Close, but no.
So, what are y'all doing?
I'm going to the tavern. Or not the tavern, the inn.
I'm going to the inn as well.
I'm going to the tavern, which is also the inn.
Is it?
So, y'all walk in, and all of the buildings are in Elvish.
I can read it.
Okay. Well, I would hope you can read Elvish. So, y'all are able to read the signs and determine that there is an inn. But y'all need to make a perception check to see if you notice it.
That's the 20, right?
I would hope so, yes.
I don't.
Hi, Jordan. How you doing? Having fun?
Oh, now you want to text me back. Okay.
21.
Okay, yeah, you notice.
Perception, right?
Uh-huh.
Passive or no?
I mean, you can, but I was going to have you roll for it.
That's a half. It was on, rolled on.
Yes, it's cocked, so.
Shit.
You were close to getting a good number.
Yeah, I know. 3.
Yeah,
That's
you,
a 10.
you don't know.
Not a 17.
So what'd you get in total?
13.
So y'all two notice while he's looking around trying to figure it out.
Dumb bitch.
Let's go.
So what are y'all doing? Making your way there? What are you doing?
Roll on the box.
Oh. Okay, so...
I'm like, look, there's an inn, and he's over there like, no, it's over there.
No, he just doesn't notice it. So y'all all walk to the inn. I'm assuming you're going to follow them? Trying to find out where it is? Okay. So y'all do make it to the inn. And y'all walk
Did we
in.
spot any guards along the way?
You spot a few of them.
Nice top one.
Obviously, my perception is way off because I was trying to find the outhouse right there.
You're just not doing too good with perception today. Yeah, you
First
see.
random guard we come across. I'm like, hey, got a question for you.
Yes.
What are the rules in your town?
Good question.
Don't offend. Be polite, and don't use any offensive or harmful spells.
What if they're harmful but not used in a harmful way? Like if I use fire, that could be harmful, but if I'm not using it to hurt people.
I would advise not using fire in a tailored district,
Well, no, just as an example. Like,
as long as you're careful about it.
okay. Appreciate it.
Where's y'all's master? Is he your master?
Hell no.
I travel alone. We just traveled in numbers to this town.
So therefore,
safety.
you did not travel alone. You just lied to a guard, sir.
Then y'all two have different rules as well. Y'all have to be a little bit more careful about how y'all approach people, and y'all have to be a lot more cautious about what y'all say and what y'all do, and prices will probably be a little bit more expensive for you two.
Them two?
'Cause we're
Yes.
women.
Why?
I say damn it in Elvish.
And I would advise you don't speak that tongue to most people,
Man, that's why.
because unless you're Elvish or property of an Elvis person, then some might take offense to it.
But what if the person does not speak?
If they don't
Human?
speak common,
Yeah.
then yes, that might be your only way of talking to them, which is a case in some of these places. Just know that some guards may take offense to it if you just go up to them and be like, hey, what's up, in Elvish. But most people are pretty laid back.
Okay, cool.
As long as you don't cause any destruction or argue with anybody, you two should be fine.
Well, Pippin.
And I walk into the tavern and talk to the innkeeper and try to book a room.
You can walk into the inn and try and book a room, yes.
I follow.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So y'all walk in and there's It's a very elegant music playing in the background. A couple of halflings are playing.
I walk
Since
up
it's
to
just a
that.
perception, I'm just gonna grab the computer charger right quick. Lily found it.
Okay. We'll wait for him to come back.
I walk up to the halfling.
We'll wait for him to come back.
Still walking.
You're gonna have to wait because I wasn't finished describing.
I know, but you already know my plans, though.
Probably challenge him to a flipping contest, knowing you for gold.
Who can play better?
Yes,
Kinda
I'm sure
just
this
you,
will go
maybe.
your way as you haven't experienced any kind of racism, right?
Exactly. But they're halflings. Who gives a shit?
I just wanted to wipe the computer and I can't without it being plugged in because it tells me I can't.
Okay, so as y'all walked in, very elegant music playing in the background. You have
You're sitting on that side of the couch.
you see a couple of people sitting down in lounge chairs, a couple of people sitting down on couches, and they have some very elegant, nicely decorated tables. They do seem to be serving hot drinks, but it does not seem like there is ale.
I walk up to the barkeep. I'm assuming there's one.
No. You can walk up to the innkeeper.
There's a bar.
Nope.
Walk up to the innkeeper. How you doing this fine elven evening? I don't say it like that, obviously.
Well, then how do you say it?
Say hello. How are you this evening?
I'm not too bad. We've had a couple of pretty good business days, past couple of days. Would you like some hot tea or something?
I was wondering what all drinks y'all had.
We have different types of hot tea, and we have different types of tea, hot and cold. We have some milk. It's not something we keep very handy, but we do have some today. We have some water, and that's really about it.
Do you have lily tea by chance?
Is that what type of tea is that?
Tea made out of lilies?
Then yes, they have all types of tea. They don't have any alcoholic tea, but they do have all types of tea.
What kind of alcoholic beverages if you serve it?
We don't.
You don't? Oh, that's
We do not serve any.
Can I get a glass of milk?
You can get a glass of milk, or you can get some tea. You want some hot tea?
What? Yes, I would like some hot tea.
We have anything from green tea to white tea, black tea, lily tea, rose tea, any kind of tea you can think of.
Well, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, and I would like a glass of tea that would help me sleep tonight.
Do you want that magically enchanted, or do you want regular tea that can do that?
Regular tea that can do that.
Okay. It's going to be about copper.
For coffee.
What kind of tea? You wanted lily tea, correct?
Correct.
Okay, that would be 1 copper. Would you like something to drink?
No. I would like to book a room.
Okay.
How much are rooms?
About 5 silver for you.
5 silver for us? Damn, okay. Oh, I'll take
How
one
much
of
for
those.
him?
About a copper. About a silver, sorry.
I was fixing to say, do you
It's
realize
a-
the price gap there?
It's 1 silver.
If you don't mind me asking, pardon the way I'm fixing to say this, I don't know another way.
It's because he's elvish.
But why the racism?
Because the person in charge currently is an elf, and so elves have a better standing and a better chance. And so elves get treated differently than other races. Unless you have earned your way into, like, the guards or something along those
Well,
lines.
how do we go about earning favor in this town?
In this town, you would have to be really good at tailoring, and then you could earn favor and get rooms.
I could try. I've
We
never
already
done-
have our musical people. We already have our guards.
I mean, do you have anything that other people can't handle that might suit our profession a little bit better?
We get those from other places. We get all weapons and
I meant more along the lines of something that you cannot handle, like another creature.
no.
That was not a very
That was a very distinct no.
detect thoughts.
Does anybody have a screen wiper?
Shut the fuck up, 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 shut the fuck up. That's all you hear her saying.
Hey, do you, out of game, can you have a soft cloth that can wipe the screen?
I have a
I
penis,
have
but I
one
don't think that's what you want to rub all over your screen.
Do you have a soft cloth? It looks like you have a
but I do not in there.
Yeah.
That's not
I
a
don't
soft
have
spot.
nothing.
I don't want to scratch the screen.
I mean, unless you want me to take off my shirt, but I have people. Oh, hey, Chris.
Oh,
I was
forgot.
just gonna
Okay.
You said 1 silver, sir?
Yes, and it's ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
Sorry, can't tell because you're elvish. That was a joke. Out of game. Almost said in.
Okay.
Out of
That was a joke. In game. So you have to leave. This town too.
Damn On to the next one.
Please don't get kicked out of this town.
I'm trying not to.
Wait, how would I do
I'm
that if I don't
trying.
have
You
any
notice they're a
silver?
lot nicer though. This is not a gruffy town.
How would I do that if I don't have any silver?
You just
You have 5 gold.
you have 50 gold.
You have 50 gold.
You have 50 gold.
Uh-huh.
So just
Each
say
silver,
bucket.
it's 10 silver to a gold. It's 10 copper to a silver.
I just say bucket with the lower prices, like 1 copper. I'm doing that math.
To be honest,
It's
after you, the only time you really need to worry about it is
Is it
once you've accumulated enough to either count for silver or gold. Copper, you have 100. You have quite a bit of copper. You have a bit of gold, so you should be fine. But do keep in mind, like after you visit this town, you're probably going to be down like a gold or 2, depending on what you buy and how you go about it.
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I'd
well,
like to
I,
book a
uh,
room, ma'am.
When I out of game, when I accumulate my stuff,
Second
I always
floor,
put
all the way to the
49
right.
gold, 10 silver, and 10 copper. Well, 9 silver and 10 copper. So
So-
I can like
I walk
calculate
up
how
the
much
stairs
I
and
have.
walk to my room.
Okay, it's very nice.
Yay.
I look at her and I'm like, so let me ask you a few questions if you don't mind, because I'm trying to find a few things and
Depending on your questions, yes.
where would I find a bag of holding?
You would have to talk to one of the tailors. I don't know which one keeps it, but
Y'all magically enchant clothing, correct?
we can magically enchant pretty much everything.
Okay, and then so what about this monster? I smile as I say it.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, just a room then. And the tea, if you're done making it.
Yeah, actually, the other
Do y'all sell?
guy is currently making it for you.
Does anybody in this town sell special rings? Enchanted rings?
That'd have been
No,
last
that's what's in the blacksmithing town. Typically has the jewelry and stuff like that. If you want to go back there, I'm sure you're more than welcome to get whatever item you're looking for.
He looks at me and I just crack up laughing.
Wait, do they have any cloaks?
Yes, I have clothes here.
Yes,
Okay, so I head up to whatever room she points me at.
you're on the bottom floor.
Wait, you
Down
said-
to whatever room she's pointing at because it's for lesser beings, right?
No,
because
it's-
elves are above everything else.
Okay, I wasn't intending for that to happen, but that's actually pretty nice. All right, yeah. No, you're on the bottom left floor. It's still a really nice room though.
Wait, you said we get one. This is out of game. You said we get 1 green item.
Yes, that you should have had by now.
Oh,
Oh wait, I have a bag of holding.
Well, then you're fine. All right, so is everybody just going to their room?
For now. Just
Okay.
Oh, I drink my tea.
Okay,
and I
so
go to my room
as you're
I can
drinking,
sleep.
there's quite a bit of music going on. It's very elegant and very soft,
I'm trying not to get
and a couple of them are talking amongst themselves and make a perception check. Make a perception check. There we go.
Fine.
You don't notice.
Again.
God, you are horrible at this. You want to here? Try a different die.
Thank you.
I
I like the heavier dice, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my blue one, or not give, but let
Let
you.
me use it,
Yeah.
I need to give me a die set. I'll probably get some on Amazon or something later.
I could sell you some for cheaper than get them on Amazon. I
How much
have
would you
enough.
sell 'em for?
$17. No, that was 20.
Here.
Which is actually very cheap. It's literally half price.
11.
In total. In total.
Yes.
You do hear some talk about
A monster. Please say a monster.
Oh, I love that.
something that is
Terrorizing this house. Let's go.
no, that is causing some of the residents some issues, and about the you hear a lot of talk about the mining town having a a lot of issues with the guards and and a couple of disappearance.
You don't say. But,
The blacksmithing town has had a couple of issues once they discovered that strange rock. They started having some issues with that kind of stuff. And the rock has caused a lot of issues for other places, specifically the mining town where they got it from.
heavier die. It makes it easier for me to roll because the light dice they just go all over.
And that's typically what you hear.
Okay.
Let me finish the sentence before you go off on your tangent with him, good
So
sir.
since I'm not actually currently from bed right now, I'm going to walk back out and
Did you bring the teacup?
I'm not done drinking.
Okay.
I drink slowly.
It's a very, very nice cup. Well, I wouldn't say elegant, but it's a very, very nice cup.
Okay, well, I walk out and do I see him sitting there somewhere?
Probably at the one of the couches or
Yeah.
lounges.
I go walk up to him like, may I sit? Tucker? May I sit? Okay. Sit down next to him. Pretty nice time. Yeah, apparently they hate humans. Not a huge fan of that. But
Well, not so much in this town, depending on how you act, but yes, other towns do have a thing for humans, but that's typically only the guards or the business owners.
okay. So, what's our plan from here? I mean, I'd like to get better acquainted with you. You seem to be the only other human here.
She walked away at this point.
You seem to be the only other human here, and I'd rather not split up since you're human. And the other elf dude, kind of a dick.
I usually travel alone. I don't like how you got me kicked out of the last town.
Look, that was not my fault. Part of it was in the very beginning. Yes, I fucked up. I paid for that. But the rest of it, I was trying to leave town quietly, and elf dude wanted to run his mouth. That's the only reason we got kicked out.
Well, I see no problem with it. Just don't fuck me over, because I'll kill you.
You're human. I wouldn't do that. Charming
You're a
person.
bard.
You're not my slave.
I'm a very proud paladin, by the way.
Oh, you're a paladin. So you okay. I didn't picture you as a paladin.
Well, what are you?
I am a bard.
Tell me about yourself.
Well,
Did you
mostly
go to
I like
sleep?
to enjoy people's company, and you're a paladin, so you like to beat people up. So it seems like we might work well together. I like to have other people do my bidding. Not you, because I'm trying to make friends with you. Now the elf dude, on the other hand, maybe, depending on how he acts.
You can't hear any of this, by the way. You're not in my room.
Well, you're not in
you're
your
up
room
there, and y'all are in the lounge. He's asleep.
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't even gone to
Yeah.
bed yet. I was just finishing my tea.
Yeah, I went to my room to check it out, and I came back outside.
Your
But,
room is right next to his, by the way.
Mostly what I specialize in is utility, not necessarily combat. So take that as you will. Yeah, where if you need something, I should be able to acquire it. Or make
So
it.
you're a thief.
No, I'm not. I am okay at that. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty good.
By cheating.
But that's not what I specialize in. Mostly what I
What is your
specialize
weapon of choice?
My rapier.
Fast.
Yeah,
It's a little fast for my taste.
I'm guessing that big hammer over there is yours. What is it?
I got a battle axe.
It's a hammer. Goddamn hammer.
It's a battle axe.
No, because it smashes shit.
No, it cuts.
Yes,
in
it
half.
cuts, but guess what? It's still big and bulky and it smashes.
Well, it's not two-handed.
Oh, it's still one-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I mistook.
Hulk smash.
Shut up.
So continue.
But
Make a perception check.
me?
Yep.
Let me put my dice up.
It's on 8%. I got to get rid of 400 and something gigabytes of data.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
God damn, how much point stuff did he download?
It's mainly World of Warcraft and other games. And stuff.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna re-download World of Warcraft.
Wait, what was the last thing you said to me?
Perception.
No, you.
Oh.
You said something.
I was saying how your rapier is a little fast for my
No.
taste.
After that.
No, then you went on a debate about if it was a hammer or if it was
No,
not.
it was something after that. You said something else that sparked a thought, and I don't remember what you said, but I remember the thought.
What's your thought?
What I want to know is why your
17.
eyes are golden.
17. I'm what's known as an Azamar. Long ago, Angel had mated with the human, and I am generations down the line of that. So I have some angel blood in me. That's why you saw the wings. That's why the hair and the eyes, and a few other specific powers.
It's cool.
Can I walk
personally-
downstairs and get something to drink?
Huh?
Can I
Oh,
walk downstairs and get something to drink?
this whole
Oh, you said you
time
went to
I've
sleep.
had my hood
Yeah,
up.
you're
Yeah,
asleep.
I mean, I wake up.
Just so everybody knows, this whole
Thirsty.
time I've
Sure.
had my hood up. So, just to let y'all know. And I specifically tell you the reason I don't take my hood down and the reason I'm trying to befriend you, one of them, not the only reason, is because fiends like to attack me. They want my blood. So, you would be helpful in that. Not only that, but you seem like a very conscientious person, so
This time I wake up really thirsty, so I walk downstairs.
you just
Well,
got
this-
something to drink.
No, I didn't get a drink. No,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
still asleep.
Pats my dog's back. This is Dozer.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a mastiff.
Oh. Yeah.
Cujo looking at me.
I have something similar to, but it's not exactly a pet.
It's,
I transform into Dozer.
you can transform into a
Polymorph.
mastiff. Yeah.
No,
Which one's
You
mine
see-
still has silver hair and golden eyes.
You see a couple of eyes on y'all, but nothing too worrisome.
I transform back, and I'm like, see, like I said, utility.
Perception check.
So what I see with my perception,
It's more of what you hear.
what I hear.
You hear the same things he heard. You hear, well, not the same thing, but you hear similar things as to what he said. Heard people talking about a strange rock that was discovered in the mining group that has caused issues for both the blacksmithing and the miners. You hear a couple of people talking about strange creatures, tentacles, things like that.
So I look at him and I say, excuse me for a second, but keep an eye on me and listen to what I'm talking about, okay?
Okay.
Walk up to the barkeep. Or,
The innkeeper.
innkeeper, sorry. And I'm like, curiosity question for you.
Yes.
I just heard somebody talking about tentacles, a strange rock causing problems for everybody. I'm just curious if you know anything about it.
Would you like some tea?
Yes, please, but still like
What kind of tea?
Lilac tea this time.
Okay. She herself goes makes it this time.
I stand there, patiently waiting for her to come back.
You see her look back a couple of times. After about a minute, she comes back with the tea. Really nice, really warm.
I get up and I walk up to the counter.
Oh, that's delicious. Oh God. So about that monster.
Don't know what you're talking about. Yes? Hey, can I help you?
I wave you to go sit back at the table, and I
Okay, I-
slap a silver down on the counter. And I slide it, and I'm like, "So I heard y'all have a monster problem."
Don't know what you're talking about. Is that for another tea?
I'm gonna walk over to the table that was talking about it.
It was just general chatter that you heard
Yeah,
most
so
of the
whatever table said something about the big stone in the miners.
roll perception.
Can I just get some
16.
milk?
If you walk up there, yeah. 16?
Yeah.
You got a pretty good idea what table it was. Are you just going up there for some milk?
So I walk up to the innkeeper and
Okay.
order a glass of milk.
Sure, give me a second. And she sends the little halfling to go back there and get some milk, and he comes back and puts on the thing for you.
He's like,
And I ask,
It's actually about this tall.
I ask her if she can warm it up. She said, "Why not? You know, why not?"
I was sitting there, and when I'm talking to that,
There you go.
Get
I
the
look
girl
back
and milk
over
and
the
sit down at
innkeep,
the
and I'm
table.
like, I'm a friend of the Elvish, and I appreciate helping people. It's
I'm like,
my
you're
duty.
up.
'cause
In
I'm
game.
a very
Let me see your
proud
vote.
paladin.
I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
I appreciate
I didn't know they had milk
if you
here.
would-
It's
I'd
cold now.
appreciate it if y'all would stop bringing this up.
"Dumb bitch."
Is it a problem?
We do need to speak
I
louder,
can't
sir,
use
but
magic either.
I know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you do. you get some inherent magic abilities.
Do you know of any jobs nearby that we could take care
Is
of?
there a job board?
There's a couple of jobs, but they're all tailoring stuff. I don't know if y'all would be suited for that.
By the way, his milk's cold now.
Okay, y'all need to have your side conversation quieter so that they can hear what we're.
I did. I was just letting you know.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm trying to make sure everybody listening can hear. So do speak up, but if other people are talking, keep your side conversations slightly quieter for them.
Okay. Well, I slide back with silver and I put down a copper and I slide it to you and be like, "Thank you for your time. I'm gonna go and back to my table."
Okay, well, hope you have a pleasant evening.
So do I make it to that
Yes.
table? I'm like, excuse me. Well, who's there and how many people and all that?
There's 2 halflings, male and a female, and a male elf sitting there.
I'm like, excuse me. Might I partake in some of this conversation?
What conversation?
Y'all,
The elf looks at you.
y'all were just having a conversation.
Yeah, but it's about tailoring. I don't know if you really want to be involved in that.
Well, I'd like to learn a little bit about tailoring, to be honest. Because there's some jobs in this town I'd like to do, but I don't know anything about tailoring, so I was hoping somebody could teach me.
Which job were you looking at? Because I posted a few of them up there.
I haven't been to the job board yet. We just got in town. We heard that there were some tailoring jobs, so figured I'd.
If you want to help gather some silk, that would be very useful.
Isn't silk from spiders?
Well, we have the spiders, and then we have the caterpillars that both produce silk around here.
Giant spider.
Yeah.
Out of game.
Tell me what job specifics I need to do.
Well, if you go out of the town and you head to the left, you will run into the spiders if you go into the forest that way. They're bigger than average, but they do produce silk and are typically docile as long as you're not too aggressive with them. The silkworms are to the to the right, and they're going to be a little bit harder to find, but they produce more delicate silk. We need both of those, more of the caterpillar silk than the spider silk.
Okay, and pardon me for asking, but I heard something about a stone being in the way, causing problems in the mining.
Does not ring a bell.
Okay.
Detect thoughts.
Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing, shut the fuck up.
Okay, well, I'll take a look at the job board tomorrow and.
Oh shit! Let's put your tickler hearing in all 3 of their heads.
And I will find out about that stone as I walk away.
Y'all 2 make a perception check. Because yours was not high enough to notice the first time.
16.
Nope.
Was that high enough?
He got a 17 and wasn't high enough.
16.
Oh, I didn't know.
You said 17 for your perception.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was
Because I had you
16.
checking for 2 things.
Let me luck it. Luck. Yeah, I can luck it.
It's done. Perception, good sir. Okay, so you walk away. Where you going?
I'm walking up to him specifically, and I'm assuming he's there.
Unless you walked away.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
Give me a 6.
Yeah, I don't think you noticed.
No, that's not a 6. That's a 4.
With my passive perception at 21.
You got a.
No, because you had to roll for it.
Anyways,
Sorry.
and I'm like, okay. And I'm saying this really quietly. I'm like, okay, there's something going on here that nobody wants to talk about.
Why don't we get our elf friend?
Well, he's right there. He's
Oh, yeah, he-
literally right here.
Okay, be like, maybe they'll talk to you.
Okay, I understand you're talking quietly in game. Talk a little louder out of game.
Would you like to go to my room and discuss this?
You don't have to be loud. I'm just saying speak up.
I think we should all head to one room and discuss what we should do, because regardless of whatever any of us have an opinion of each other, we might need to work together on this.
I have a better idea. Out of game. How wide is the zone of truth?
I think it's a couple of feet, right? Like 10, 15 feet.
It's 15 foot, I believe.
Is it enough to cast it in a room that'll cover the entire inn, or?
Not this entire inn. No, this is 20 foot in, and it's a couple stories up.
Yeah, look.
It's 2 stories up, so I don't know if it would be wide enough to cover the whole area.
Would it be offensive if I casted a zone of truth?
You don't know, to be honest, but this is about a 20 to 30 foot in because it seats a lot of people. It has
Yeah.
a stage. This isn't a 15 foot in where you could just cast it and get everybody. but there's quite a bit going on here. I mean, they have a stage, they have the innkeeper. Behind that, they have all their different teas, their brewing station. They have a milk. Then you have the lounge, which is about itself 15 feet, not including the stage or the rooms.
I don't know if
Oh,
it would be
I'm
offensive or
fine
not to
with
cast
all.
a zone of truth in
Correct.
front of everybody.
You are unsure if it would be offensive to cast Zone of Truth in front of everybody.
So that would be a very unwise thing to do.
You are unsure of that. You don't know if it would offend them or not.
Talking about to fight somebody.
Well,
Because this girl's like, hey, I have a serious question. I was like, which is? She's like, why is dark spelled with a K and not a C?
Okay, fight her after the stream because I don't need my stream having that in there.
why does cold water taste sharp and warm water taste round?
It makes no fucking
I will
sense.
throat chop. Just so you're aware, there is a throat chopping in your future.
In game, right?
Yes.
Yes, just a yes.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit with both of them.
Judo chop.
Okay. So well, I guess he started walking to the room, I guess. So it's just us.
Are y'all walking to the room?
Well, not yet.
Okay, then not yet.
Okay.
She said just answer. I don't know an answer.
In game.
Because English. That's the answer.
In game, I talk to you and I'm like, what if you try to go up there and talk to him about what's the problem in town? I think you would have a better chance because you were Elvish and they seem to not typically like humans.
What's in it for me?
Being a part of this goddamn D&D campaign. Sorry.
No, but I'm asking in game. What's in
Oh.
it for me?
What's in it for you?
I look at you and I'm like,
Uh,
maybe stopping the
a
problem.
third of the loot, or
No.
a third of everything made
No,
from this adventure.
that's not even it, dude. You gotta realize. Who else do you know in this town? Me and you have had our problems, but other than that, who else do you know?
I'm gonna fight her.
Hey, worry about that after the game.
She said it's because you can't see in the dark.
That's fantastic. She's funny.
I
Put a
have
ring on
dark
it
vision.
and move on. It's something he's going off about that has nothing to do with what's going
I
on.
have dark
Out of the
vision.
game thing.
So get off of that.
Can we
and
get back to
get
the
back to the game?
What's in it for you is honor, glory, and hopefully respect.
Welcome.
You might
And
even
probably some gold involved if
Yeah,
you
I
talk
was
to the
gonna say
right person.
probably.
How much gold are we talking?
I don't know, but we can find out if you go and talk to somebody to find the keeper of the job. Or job keeper.
And you need me because I can point you in the direction if you know something.
Pretty much everybody that's not
Uh-huh.
talking.
The two people that I specifically noticed don't want me to talk shit about that shit. So
How about 1/3 of all loot?
Did you say 1/3?
Mm-hmm.
Third. Because there's three of us.
I was just asking what he
how
said.
about this? You'll get your fair share of loot.
We'll split the loot evenly from this event.
And I said fair share, not unfair share. Because if I find something that specifically only
Yeah.
I can use, then no, I'm not going to give it to
Fair
you.
share. It's an even split. Equivalently useful to everybody. A part of the loot.
I shall see what I can do.
And here we go. I don't care.
Alright, so what are you doing?
Asking. What's your name?
Luck.
Luck.
Of course.
Have you brought luck back?
Asking Luck which table.
Remember what happened last time with luck?
Uh-huh.
And started happening in this campaign.
Uh-huh.
Luck is not your luck.
Well, here's my luck. I like to watch
It's already at 60% now.
That's good. Where are you going?
I asked
I
Luck
explained
which
which
table.
I explain which table, and I tell you that the barkeep knows something but refuses. So
I walk over
Not
to the
Luck.
table with the elf and halflings.
2 halflings and an elf.
I walk over there and
You
say,
hear them mid conversation talking about the silk that they need.
I hear them over talking, or
Right?
Yes, you hear them over talking about the silk
Okay.
they need.
and I was seeing if there was anything I could do to help.
As we told the human that was here not too long ago, we need spider silk and caterpillar silk. He has the details if you want to go talk to him.
Game. Just ask.
No.
And also, I wanted to ask about this rock with tentacles I've been hearing about around the town.
I don't know where you heard that from.
I overheard y'all speaking of a rock.
We weren't speaking of any rocks. We don't deal in rocks. We deal in silk and some magic, but that all revolves around the silk that we make.
Are there any mines near here?
There's a mining town just a little ways away.
Just came.
No, you came from the blacksmithing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's a little mining town just a little ways away.
Could you point me in the direction?
If you keep going east, you'll run across it.
Okay. So I walk away. I walk back over to them.
Have a good night. What's he doing?
And
So what information did you gather?
They need silk.
They need silk?
Well, no, shit.
Silk is a prominent issue here. That's what he gathered.
I go to another table since I can see that didn't work out so well.
You haven't heard anything back from
I
him
can
yet.
see.
You saw him talking and walking back.
And I see him look defeated, and they're like.
Well, yeah, they do give him a questioning look.
Anyways, I walk to a random other table. It
Okay.
doesn't really matter, but one that's not close enough to that table to within hearing distance.
Okay, so one closest to the innkeeper.
Sure, that works.
It's furthest away you can get.
And then who else there? First of all.
You see a male and female elf,
Okay, I walk up
Oh,
and
you're screwed.
and they're drinking some different types of tea.
I walk up and I say, "May I have a conversation with you?"
Yes, please take a seat.
Cool. I sit down. And I'm sitting there sipping on my lilac tea. I'm like, have you ever tried lilac tea?
Yes, it's actually what I'm drinking, and she's drinking some rose tea. I don't.
Rose tea? I've tried it. Sounds good.
It's a little earthy for my flavor, but it has a very strong taste. It's not too bad.
Well, I had more along the lines of a specific question I wanted to ask y'all.
I'm sure we could help.
Something about a rock's tentacles. I've been hearing a lot about it. I can't get no details.
You mean the tentacle monsters and the rock? They're two separate things.
Well then, yes, that.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
You detect thoughts.
This is a really bad place to be talking about this, buddy.
I'm going to concentrate and get their deeper thoughts.
Okay, so they get to make a will save. Alright,
No,
so
there is no will save.
yes, there is.
Wait, can't you talk to them from the mind?
Look it
You
up.
initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature. What is most on their mind at the moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw.
Told you.
It's not will, it's wisdom.
I
That's
said
the
they
same
get it.
thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
Are you doing it on the male or the female?
whoever just said about the.
That was the male.
monsters. Okay, the male.
Okay, so the male gets this die. 12. And
But what's
yes. So what is your
I'm looking
DC?
for it right now.
you have character sheets for everything?
16.
So they need a +4. I highly doubt they have the +4.
Yeah, I definitely have the plus 4. Well, they are elves, though. Elves are pretty wise.
Yeah, they do not. He does not have a +4, so you are able to do so. He had a +3.
Oh shit, that's close.
Yeah, if he would have just rolled one number higher, he would have been fine. Okay, so his deeper thoughts are it's all started with the mining district. They mined a little too deep, got some strange magical rock, and started seeing some creatures with tentacles. That's all the information he knows. He doesn't know what kind of creatures they are or what they look like or anything. He just knows tentacles, monsters, and colorful rocks.
I ask him, I'm like, okay, do you have a pen and paper on you by chance?
And she pulls out one. She's like, I do.
Okay. I scribble down. Would there be a better place to talk about this? And I'm kind of holding it against my drink so he can read it, but it's not noticeable.
As soon as he reads it, it kind of disappears.
Heat transference ink?
No, he just made it disappear.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
He's like, you see his hand kind of do a little motion, and the ink disappears. Well, if y'all happen to want to try some roast tea, we have some sitting in our room.
Which room is that?
Straight up.
Okay. We'll be by there, me and my little group of adventurers in 10 minutes.
Okay. Make sure you bring some tea.
Okay, and
Definitely some cups. No, this is just to share, have a little tea party type thing.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's a tea
Thank
party.
you very much.
Mhm.
And I will walk away back to my fellow adventurers.
What information did you learn?
I'm telling you, utility. We got a tea party in about 10 minutes. So we need some tea, we need some cups.
Tea party.
Just tea party. Tea party.
Apparently, he learned that you need a tea party.
No, I'm saying it in kind of a coded voice, if that makes sense.
It doesn't, but whatever makes
Well,
you
he
feel good about
understands
it.
what I mean, right?
Out of game, can't you just tell us through our
No,
mind?
because somebody else might overhear it.
Oh.
Yes, I'm sure mind tricks are the only thing that these elves aren't able to do, right?
Wait, I can do mind tricks?
Seriously?
Huh.
They failed.
One did.
Why is that a bad thing?
'Cause,
What are you rolling?
don't worry about it. Well, okay, one of them you notice. There is a figure that is currently a figure, and not the similar clothing that the rest of the people have, where these people have, like, navy blue and some vibrant reds and some really colors that go really well together. There's a figure in the back that has, solid dark green with some brown patches on her, and she's sitting in the far back.
Say, would you mind getting some tea, lilac, rose, and let's try some. We need 4 kinds altogether: lilac, rose, thornberry. I've heard it's really good, and then we need some snowberry too. If they have all those, if not, just go for what they have. Can you
How
get
much
that?
is all that gonna cost?
Shouldn't cost much, but I'll pay you back whatever you're saying about it. And then I start heading over in that general direction, not straight towards her, like but just kind of moseying on over there.
Okay. Well, she is by the stage, so it's not going to cost too much.
Stage.
description.
I grabbed the drinks. How much is it gonna cost?
They're currently have y'all on a tab at the moment, so you'll
Okay.
find out when y'all go to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just check the budget. I'll pay you. I mosey on over there towards her, and I'm like, excuse me, time to talk for a minute?
I guess. Don't really like too much company, but sure.
I won't be long. I just have a couple questions. You seem different from. Do I see your face?
Nope.
You seem different from everybody else here. I'm just honestly curious.
I typically go on the silk mission, so I dress to blend in so that I don't startle.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Is there anything you can tell me about these silk missions?
The spiders typically are nice. They've been getting a little agitated lately. The silkworms are much harder to find. It's like they're disappearing.
Could there be a reason for that? 'Cause
Not
we
that
were
I'm
planning-
aware of.
We were planning on going on one of them runs tomorrow, and we can't find them. We can't do the run.
Yeah, that would be a little bit more difficult. I don't know what's going on with them.
Are you by chance a magic user?
I do dabble a little bit, but
Have you ever heard of detect magic?
yeah.
Well, maybe tomorrow when you're in the forest looking for whatever you're looking for, if you're gonna be there tomorrow, try using detect magic and see if you find any magic available that would hint to why they're disappearing.
Not a bad idea. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, you have one night. Hopefully, we'll meet again soon. I walk away.
Okay.
Try to make friends.
This is the town to do it. People seem very friendly here.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
here with
I'm
like
going to town.
fucking 12 cups. Like, You
No,
ready?
you have a whole platter, dude.
You actually have other people helping you carry it up too, since
5:15.
you have.
Hey, I'm finished.
Can somebody turn off his alarm?
That's kind of annoying.
Huh?
It's annoying.
Eric.
Again.
Where's he at?
He walked out. God damn it.
No, I'm okay. We should think about getting some food soon, though.
Real life or in game?
Real life, y'all can get food anytime you want.
That's what I'm saying.
What kind of food do you want?
Good food. Edible, not ramen, not turkey.
We got sandwich stuff. We got some pesto pasta stuff. We got
Your alarm went
macaroni
off
and
for
cheese.
5:15.
We got
Huh?
Your alarm went off 5:15.
Well, we can do that, or if everybody wants to put in a little bit of money, we can get like some pizza or something. Up to y'all.
that would be up to Lily. She controls the money.
We could do that.
I'm bad at controlling
I
money.
mean, I don't have a
I'm
shit ton
well
of money
aware.
left, but we go over to Domino's, $5.99 for.
That's what I was saying. Is just get a couple of pizzas.
Domino's is right down the road. Order it online. It'll be here in like less than 10 minutes.
That's what I was saying. We can get some pizza and.
And
Eat
I
while
might
we doing
have a
this.
free pizza with all my points.
Alright, so anybody want to inform him what he missed? And am I asking your girlfriend, or are you gonna?
We're
ask her?
having a tea party, obviously, and
Bed.
are you listening or?
She probably has her headphones in.
Probably.
Okay, we're going to have a tea party, and I met some random traveler who is doing silk runs. Apparently, didn't get her name, her race, nothing like that. And I gave her a little bit of information in order to try to find the missing creatures of the forest. Trying to make a break. So she seemed like she stood out, apparently.
She actually did very much stand out. She was just hidden in the dark, but she has what is sense to army camo on. And make a perception check as you're walking away.
20, not 9.
Yep.
Is that a
You,
1?
it was a 5.
Oh.
You notice her outfit changed. It wasn't the same color. It went straight black.
Turn around and like, that is one hell of a trick.
That man that you were talking to earlier,
Which one? I was talking to them.
the human, the elf that you were talking to earlier with the 2 halflings.
Okay.
See him about it.
Seriously. How much did that cost?
It was a bit expensive. Most things here are pretty expensive. If you break that,
Okay.
you will have to buy a new one.
If you don't, then you're gonna have to buy the whole set.
What is it?
It's a board for making.
It's part of a stuff that we have to make towns and stuff like that, which I'm fixing to use on the next mining town because it'll make things a lot easier for you.
And you don't mind me asking, do you say it's expensive because of your race, or is it because normally expensive? Because for us, everything seems to be more expensive when we're human. So.
Yeah, things are typically more expensive for humans, but no, it's just all around more expensive.
Are you an elf by chance? I can't see your face. I'm sorry.
No,
Can I ask what you are?
no. But I appreciate you asking instead of trying to put down the hood. I'd hate to have to kill you. You seem nice.
I would not touch you without consent. I'm not a rapist.
That is a good point. And my husband would probably kill you if you were.
Oh.
And you see a puff of smoke coming off from right next to her.
That I never saw.
Not 20, baby.
Alright, so if y'all want to pause for a minute, we can go to Little Caesars. It's right up the road.
I would really hate to have to pause this again for these people.
Was anybody even watching?
Yes, I have 2 people watching now. I had 10 people watching the first time. I don't want to keep pausing and redoing it because I have a feeling less and less people are going to keep showing up.
Remind me, why are we live streaming it again?
Because I'm trying to get Lucid Gaming out there
Hold
so
on,
that I
wait,
can
hang on.
build up my YouTube and Twitch so I can actually start making money off of
You
this.
do something for a minute. I'm gonna talk to you for a second. Outside, so
It's up to y'all, man. Really. Should we just say Little Caesars?
However, y'all are fixing to walk into the room. The information y'all got, he hasn't really shared because he doesn't feel safe. So, a couple things you need to keep in mind is role playing has a huge aspect on how this works.
I'm not good at it at all.
You will. It's something you can develop and work with. It's something that will help you out. You got to be quick on your feet. Something you will learn how to do as we're going through this. But typically, how it works is if I say, "What is he threatening you with?" Oh, he's threatened to kill me if I don't do what he wanted. Or he threatened to kill me if I didn't claim him as a slave because of how this works, or something like that. It's you got to work off of the knowledge that you've been presented throughout the little bit of gameplay that's happened, and you got to work through some of the other stuff, like maybe okay, well, since I'm an elf and he's a human, maybe I can work that racial profiling in, or this time they seem to be nice to everybody, maybe I can work that in. You got to play off of what your surroundings are, and whether you're at the disadvantage or advantage. You had full advantage to turn that into a scenario where all of y'all could have walked away, because you're an elf, and in that town, elf means everything.
But this town, no.
This town, it doesn't really seem to be playing a part. You've noticed he's been able to talk to people, and nobody's been rude or harassing him. The other dude's been able to talk to people, and nobody seems to be telling him to shut the hell up, go away, their subordinates, any of that. So you got to keep in mind, okay, in this town, everybody's being treated a little bit better. While they're being charged more, they're not being treated worse. So as long as you have coin, people seem to be okay with you.
Yeah.
You know, you got to keep stuff like that in mind.
You want a cigarette?
Huh?
You want a cigarette?
Sure.
They can just stare at this beautiful wall.
Alright, I'm gonna call it for tonight. We may be going to get dinner and stuff like that. I will stream next time that we do this, but we are gonna keep playing for a little bit. It's just gonna be easier on everybody if I just cut the stream for a little bit. So, if we decide to want to stream again, I'll pop it up and we'll start streaming again, but I am gonna cancel the stream for a little bit. Y'all have a good night and see y'all soon.